Hey, JiuJitsuMania, this is Andreh Anderson. I'm a black belt under Diogo. I'm here in El Segundo at VMAT, probably the best gym in the world. And I'm with Vanessa Mariscal, a brown belt under me, excellent MMA fighter, and awesome jiu-jitsu. Alright, so I'm going to show a sequence from the closed guard. It starts in the closed guard and ends up being an open guard sweep, and then I'll show you how to deal with the complications that come from it. Okay? Alright, starting in the closed guard. So the idea that I always have when I'm in my closed guard is that if I see my guard's going to be open, I want to have a plan for my open guard. So as soon as I see she's starting to open my guard, I'm already making the grips that I need to set up my open guard sweeps. So I grab both sleeves. She starts to open my guard, I put my right foot on the hip, and I move my hips away. And when I do that, it makes her arms straighten out. So I have a long window, or a big window here to put my foot through, like this, all the way into the shin. Now I'm going to create like a path for her to feel like she can pass. So I put my foot to the opposite hip here, which immediately she's going to start to pass. I just have to keep this foot and this shin in between us. And now I'm looking to catch her leg. So as she goes to finish the pass, I'm catching right here. And I carry her. Whenever you want to sweep someone, you want to get their weight over your hips right here. Whenever my legs are stretched out and her weight's over my legs, she's going to feel heavy. But if somebody was really heavy, and I'm able to get their weight over my hips, they're going to feel a lot lighter. So I underhook the leg, I bring her in so that she's over my hips, and I take her towards the arm that I have trapped on this side. And right as I'm about to drop her onto the mat, I lift this leg up a little bit, like this, okay? So she does almost like a roll. When I go to the top, in the old days, you could go to the top like this, and you get a submission. Nowadays, it's illegal, so just let go of this and bring your hips up over that hand. And when you go to the top, cross face, and block the hip. Right there. Go to side control. Okay, I'll show you guys again. Okay, starting in the closed guard, I grab both sleeves. She starts to open my guard. Foot on the hip. Escape. Make a hook. And I'll cross my foot over. She starts to pass. I keep this in between us, and I look for that leg to catch. As she comes in to finish her pass, I get my shin across her belly, here, and I pull her in. Once her weight's over me, now I dump her towards that arm that I have trapped, and I give a little lift to my leg so that she makes a complete roll. Let go of the sleeve, and go to the top, blocking the hip on this side. Okay, so that's the first technique, and that works really well on people until you've done it a few times. Then they no longer pass to the side. They don't take that invitation that you're giving them. So I'll show you guys what we do when they don't fall for that. Alright, so we start here, everything's the same. She starts to open my guard, here, foot on the hip, stretch back, put this hook in. I cross this inside, but now she doesn't fall for it. She doesn't want to pass anymore because she knows I can sweep. So what I'm going to do is dive forward. I'm going to make a crunch and go up onto my shoulder. Okay, so I make this crunch, I use my foot here to help me turn until I'm all the way onto my shoulder, like this. And now I cross my legs and I grab the outside of her pant leg here and I pull her forward this way. And now all I do is I switch and I grab here, just like this. Okay? So if her shoulder's already down, I don't have to do anything. If her shoulder's not down, I step and I pull this until her shoulder ends up down. Now I'm going to kick my leg straight and sit up. She's already tapping because she has really tight shoulders, but if she doesn't, I'm going to point, I'll go slowly. Point my feet to the side, keep this trap, and go up. I don't want to do this because she's already feeling it. Okay, same thing. She goes to open the guard, both sleeves, foot on the hip, escape out, put this hook in, cross. She doesn't go for it. She's just kind of hanging out, trying to deal maybe with this hook. I'm going to roll onto my shoulder and use my right foot here to help me crunch onto the shoulder. I get to this position, grab the outside of her pants, lock my legs, and bring her to here. Switch my grip. Like I said, she might roll and just becomes a sweep. But if I get to this position, I try not to let her roll, okay? Then I step my foot and drag her to the side, to here. Kick her legs forward, come up. Cross your body over, point your legs to the side, and go whisper in her ear. Oh, sorry. That's the second technique. That's if people don't fall for that opening that you leave them. You give them a path so that they can pass, but they know that if they pass while you still have that hook, it's easy for you to sweep, so they hang back. And now I'm going to show you how to turn the omoplata into a triangle if the person resists, so that you can't quite sweep them over and finish with the omoplata. Alright, so I grab both sleeves. She goes to open my guard. My foot goes to the hip, I escape my hips back, and I make this hook. Alright? Now I cross this over, I'm trying to invite her to pass, but she doesn't fall for it. So now I shoot in, and I put this right foot on the ground so that I can get onto my shoulder, and I get to here. But now, I try to sweep her over, but she's really resisting. So I'm just going to continue my roll, roll on my shoulders until I get all the way back around to here. And I want to clamp down with my heel towards my other knee, like this. And then I cross this over, and then I can finish with the triangle. Sorry, did I hurt you?
No, you kicked me in the face though.
Oh, nice.
It's okay.
All right,
it's the first
so one more
time
time.
I kicked you in the face.
Perfect.
In our friendship.
Perfect. All right, I've got both sleeves. She goes to open the guard. Foot on the hip. Escape my hips out. Make this hook. Give her that opening. She doesn't fall for it. I roll to my shoulders. I get to here. Oh, I can't get it. So now I swing all the way around. It's easier when you do it all at once. But I get to here. And I lift this heel and trap it down like this. Just like that. And cross my leg over. Finish. With the triangle. Yeah, it's a really tight triangle. Okay, so when they posture up, and no matter what you do, you can't sweep them over, just continue spinning until you get that leg over the head. Then you can hook behind the neck, finish with the triangle. All right, in this technique, we're going to start again. Everything is the same. I grab both sleeves. She goes to open my guard on the ground, put my foot on the hip, escape my hips, and I put the hook in. Now I put this here as an invitation. She doesn't fall for it. She doesn't try to pass my guard. So again, I roll on my shoulder, and I get to here, but this time look, she stands up, so I can't even reach for a triangle. All right? So this time, I grab the back of the heel, here, and I scoop myself in like this, so that I'm close. Sometimes when they stand up really close, you don't even need to, okay? But you can pull yourself in. And I lock my heels behind her hips, and I pass my, as straight as you can.
Oh, he's sweeping me.
Okay, now I just lift my hips into her, this way. So when I fall into the position to finish the knee bar.
Or you get it halfway through.
Yeah.
It's tight. You felt it halfway
Yeah, you
through.
feel it as you're
It's
falling.
like, holy f-
Yeah, it's kind of hard to show that one because even as you're putting pressure to sweep them, they're feeling the knee bar. Okay, so one more time. Here, feet on the hips, escape my hips out, put this hook in, make the invitation. She doesn't fall for it, so I roll. Here. Yep, so now I latch on. You see, I latch on with my heel and I pull myself in closer. Or sometimes because of this hook right here, you see she's already falling forward. If she falls forward, that's okay. She'll end up with the knee bar. Right here. But if she doesn't, I'll show you what we do.
Either way, you got a sick technique. It's good.
It works. All right, so here, foot on the hip, cross this over, roll, move to here. She stands up, get really strong. So look, now I can't get her to fall forward. I latch on here, I pass this other leg here, and I push my hips in this way. So she falls, and I end up in perfect position to finish. Okay? So that's when they're really resisting. They try to stand up to pull their arm out. It's easy to sweep them back. Or if you have that hook, sometimes they're already falling forward and then you just sweep them forward. So once again, Andreh Anderson.
Vanessa Mariscal.
BMAT Gym. El Segundo, California for JiuJitsuMania.com. Thanks.